Dignity does not consist in possessing honors but in deserving them. Education is an ornament in prosperity and a refuge in adversity. Courage is the first of human qualities, because it is the quality that guarantees the others. Democracy is when the indigent, not men of property, are the rulers. Good habits formed in youth make all the difference. To write well, express yourself like common people, but think like a wise man, or think as wise men do, but speak as common people do. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. The energy of the mind is the essence of life. Through discipline comes freedom. The best choice for each individual is the highest it is possible for him to achieve. All persons ought to endeavor to follow what is right and not what is established. Friendship is essentially a partnership. Criticism is something we can avoid easily by saying nothing, doing nothing, and being nothing. Piety requires us to honor truth above our friends. Quality is not an act, it is a habit. Wise men speak when they have something to say. Fools speak when they have to say something. He who has overcome his fears will truly be free. Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. The educated differ from the uneducated as much as the living from the dead. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. Character may almost be called the most effective means of persuasion. Happiness is an expression of the soul in considered actions. Hope is a waking dream. It is well to be up before daybreak, for such habits contribute to health, wealth, and wisdom. Men create gods after their own image, not only with regard to their form, but with regard to their mode of life. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. It is easy to perform a good action, but not easy to acquire a settled habit of performing such actions. Where your talents and the needs of the world cross, there lies your vocation. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Poverty is the parent of revolution and crime. Those who educate children well are more to be honored than those who produce them, for the latter only give them life, the former give them the art of living. While happiness depends on ourselves at his best, man is the noblest of all animals. Separated from law and justice, he is at his worst. Obstinate people can be divided into the opinionated, the ignorant, and the boorish. The only exclusive sign of thorough knowledge is the power of teaching. Change in all things is sweet. The antidote for 50 enemies is one friend. Fear is pain arising from the anticipation of evil. The actuality of thought is life. Wishing to be friends is quick work, but friendship is a slow ripening fruit. Democracy arose from men's thinking that if they are equal in any respect, they are equal. Absolutely the worst form of inequality is to try to make unequal things equal. Whatever lies within our power to do lies also within our power not to do. The ideal man bears the accidents of life with dignity and grace, making the best of circumstances. Education is the best provision for old age. Man is a goal-seeking animal. His life only has meaning if he is striving for his goals. A friend to all is a friend to none. It is not always the same thing to be a good man and a good Citizen, the aim of art is to represent not the outward appearance of things but their inward significance. A likely impossibility is always preferable to an unconvincing possibility. All human actions have one or more of these 7 causes: chance, nature, compulsions, habit, reason, passion, desire. He who has never learned to obey cannot be a good commander. The most perfect political community is one in which the middle class is in control and outnumbers both of the other classes. The aim of the wise is not to secure pleasure but to avoid pain. For the things we have to learn before we can do them, we learn by doing them. The secret of humor is surprise. We give up leisure in order that we may have leisure, just as we go to war in order that we may have peace. Wicked men obey from fear, good men from love. Wit is educated insolence. All human beings by nature desire to know. Moral excellence comes about as a result of habit. We become just by doing just acts, temperate by doing tempered acts, brave by doing brave acts. My best friend is the man who in wishing me well wishes it for my sake. Whosoever is delighted in solitude is either a wild beast or a god. Great men are always of a nature originally melancholy. You will never do anything in the world without courage. It is the greatest quality of the mind next to honor. The ideal age for marriage in men is 35. The ideal age for marriage in women is 18. We live in deeds, not years, in thoughts, not breaths, in feelings, not in figures. On a dial we should count time by heart. Throbs he most lives who thinks most, feels the noblest, acts the best.